stream YouTube. That's right, let's get it started. All right, everybody, welcome. We are staring at my desktop. Let me launch the game. It is such a cinematic experience when we launch the game. And we do have sound. Okay, good. We do have sound. I was like, please say we have sound. There we go. Simba.
The Pharaoh is the heart of Egypt.
Everything the light
The
touches
land is its body,
is our kingdom.
and the people are its bread.
Right, that's right. Cinematic intro. I think I might just play the cinematic intro on every single stream. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? That's right, I forgot I'm wearing the Pharaoh outfit. That is a knee slapper right there. Oh, I think I slapped my knee too hard. That is a knee slapper right there.
And it shall
You know, I
tremble
just
beneath
thought we gotta take this stream up a
as it
notch.
shook beneath the
Okay?
pounding feet of the countless
We gotta
men
take this
who
stream
followed
up a
the sun.
notch, alright? This stream was not quite lit enough. It's an old city builder game from the 90s. I know we're about to build some pyramids, and that's lit to me, but not everybody, you know, not everybody gets as excited about the pyramids as I get. But yes, we did have to bring it out with the gold. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm the Pharaoh. I am. Oh, you guys, look at this. Look at this. This outfit. Let's go. Your boy went all out. No, for real. No, for real. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I got gold armbands. Yeah. Let's go. Your boy's the Pharaoh with my Adidas shorts underneath. You know how we get down with my Adidas shorts underneath. Let's go. Look at my swag. Look at my swag. Look at my swag. Yo, I'm the Pharaoh. Yo, I'm the Pharaoh.
While he slumbers
I'm the
undisturbed,
Pharaoh.
so shall Egypt endure.
Okay. You know I had to mess around and dress up. You know what I mean? I had to go mess around and dress up just a little bit. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Alright, I'm drinking my coffee. We got our cinematic intro. It's about to go down, you guys. It is about to go down. Now, just in case anybody's wondering, there may be people who are new, and they're like, what are you doing here, Jonno? Okay, this is an old game. It's from 1996, but they're remaking it. It's going to come out later this year, or possibly early next year on Steam. I'm not sure exactly when the release date is. I'm not sure if anybody knows the release date. It's called Pharaoh, A New Era. Okay, if you look on Steam, you can find Pharaoh, A New Era. Okay, new game, it's not out yet. They did a couple of Twitch streams with some select streamers. I haven't actually watched those streams because I really don't want any spoilers. But I knew the game was coming out and I was like, yo, it's lit. Let's play the old game. So we're playing the old game. 1999, the original game was called Pharaoh. They released an expansion called Cleopatra. That's what we about to do. All right, let's see. Okay, I am playing on a Steam controller. Okay, for those who are wondering, Steam controller, it actually has a mouse pad. I'm using, look, do you see this? I'm controlling my mouse with my finger. It's honestly like one of the most awesome controller experiences you could ever get. It's meant for PC gaming. It's a little dusty because I never use this thing. Alright. I also kind of forget how to use this thing. I was playing with a mouse over the weekend. Much better experience. I highly recommend playing with the mouse. But this isn't too bad. I also figured out how to turn down my scroll speed. Oh my goodness, that saved my life, you guys. The whole last episode, I could have changed the scroll speed and we would have been good. Alright, so we are proceeding my family history. Your boy is the Pharaoh in the making. Alright, that's why it says in the title, becoming a great Pharaoh. We are not a great Pharaoh yet, but we will surely become one. And yes, it's about to go down. I am going to become the great Pharaoh, Jonno Sorkhan. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it. We've started my family registry. We are resuming my family history. This is the path you want to go if you guys are randomly playing along with me, okay? And you close the game, you open the game back up. This is the path you're going to go back on to get where you last were, basically where you left. Okay, now, occasionally this will happen. You hit resume and it drops you right back into a city that you were working on. This is essentially what happens when you don't start the next mission. And what'll happen is it's gonna complete my city here in just a second. We'll probably get to like the next year, and then it'll complete. This is clearly my previous city that I was working on, which we completed. And see, look, I mean, I know the game. This hasn't actually happened to me in like more than 10 years. But I know the game. I remember the game, you know. So anyway, we already experienced this right here on the end of the previous stream. This is me beating level 3. Okay, what is the name of level 3? Do we see it here? I don't see it here. Okay, it says right click to continue. That's left on the controller, so there we go. All right, so we continue to the Archaic period. It's actually kind of a nice feature for streaming purposes, which I only just realized as it was happening just now. But it brought me right back where I wanted to be, which is right here at the Archaic period. And here we are. We're going to explain what we're going to do next. The Archaic period is prior to the Old Kingdom, then prior to the Middle Kingdom, prior to the New Kingdom. This is when we start to make our pyramids, so we're not in pyramid area yet, but we are going to begin the monument building process, and we will start to understand the great techniques that would eventually build the pyramids, you know? But no pyramids yet. During the Archaic period, the villages that emerged in the pre-dynastic gradually unite to form the great kingdom of Egypt under my pharaoh's reign. Let's get it. The young civilization founds a capital, secures its borders, masters the waters, and builds its first monumental tombs. Your boy is getting entombed and mummified. Let's go. Living forever. All right, let's go. Let's go. I get pretty hyped about Egypt. All right, here we go. Cinematic.
Scattered settlements along the sacred Nile River, powerful chieftains emerge, leading their people with strength of will and spirit to tame the wild landscape.
Yeah, hunt them.
And bring forth the bounty of
Get them, boys. By my decree, you shall hunt those foul beasts.
Prosperous cities.
Yes, make that pottery.
Bricks baked under the desert
Here we
sun
go. They're making bricks, you guys.
become sacred too.
They're making mud bricks inside, like those wooden, you know, like squares. It's archaeologically accurate. That's how they made the bricks. Okay. Our first royal mission.
The Nile still struggle to survive in this harsh
Nekhen,
a local king
the
named
first
Nile
pharaoh. Dude, I am the first pharaoh.
Though Narmer is dominion over much of this land, full unification of the twin kingdoms has yet to be achieved. In commemoration.
Can you guys hear this guy? I can barely hear this guy. I'm gonna drink some coffee and kick back and let this guy read to me.
New city at Nekhen. This city will have temples to many of the gods of Egypt and numerous places of entertainment.
You're John, right? It will. You're John, right? It will. Okay, I moved my microphone to where it's actually facing me. Sorry if it makes me sound significantly louder. Hopefully it doesn't make a huge difference. It shouldn't make a huge difference. Okay, we are headed to the city. We need 10 modest apartments. We about to brew some beer, boys and girls. Okay, beer. We about to brew some beer, boys. Your fellow Egyptians have perfected the art of brewing beer, which has become a very popular libation throughout Egypt. All right, that's great. We got multiple gods now. We're going to have to sing praises to multiple gods. Don't worry. Don't worry. I may look like a pharaoh, but I also double as a cleric. Yes, that's right. We're about to get some demigod worship in here. Okay. More entertainment. That's right. We are going to build we're going to build much more entertainment. And we will finally have law and order magistrate patrolling from the courthouse. That's right. These dudes had courts and magistrates. Let's go. Okay, just remember, first thing you want to do whenever you get into a mission, turn the speed down. It will fly through like the first year like it's nobody's business. It will fly through that year. And you'll be like, wait, I can't get that time back. Some of these levels are mission, like, they're time sensitive, you know? Okay, now check this out, you guys. This is really important, and I really want this up front in the beginning of the stream in case anybody's following along the series. You can go to, wait, what was it? Speed set? Was it? It wasn't speed settings. Oh, where was it? No, where what? Oh, no, where was it? It was a scroll. It was like a scroll speed. Display settings? No, it is not display settings. What the? No. Dude, I swear I found it. It was the thing that controls. Look, I can actually scroll using the. Remember, it was going like straight to the side of the map like every time, and I was unable to actually navigate unless I clicked over here. The whole last episode, it was a really serious issue for me. I fixed it, and I wanted to tell you guys how to fix it, and now I can't remember how I fixed it. Oh, scroll speed, scroll speed, scroll speed. It's right here. Oh my goodness. It's right here. Okay, it's right here. It's literally hard to find, okay? It's a little bit buried. This is important. Scroll speed. Okay, I turned mine down to 20% and I can actually use it. That controls what happens when you hit the edge of the map. See how I'm scrolling by hitting the edge of the map with my mouse? That's actually like how you scroll in this game. That's literally how you scroll in this game. So anyway, that's important. All right, glad that we got that covered. Okay, time to build some population. I am gonna go with quite advanced population. I'm gonna try to get a real high score. I'm not sure if I have any means of getting money. That's my big thing that I don't know. Do I have any means of getting money? No clue. Okay, and if you don't have any way to get money, then sometimes you don't want to build too much because you can kind of mess up the whole evolution of the game. And I think I might be in one of those situations. So I have plenty of population right now to do anything that I want to do. So we'll start filling in things that we need for the population. First off, we don't need all these trees here, so we'll get rid of them. The first thing you want to do whenever you get in is figure out what type of food do I have. In this one, they're getting us to do farming, so we can go set up our farms while people are starting to come in. The very first thing that I want to do though is make sure that I have firehouse, make sure I have architect's post, and we are going to be getting entertainment, so I'm going to start building more advanced layouts, and you guys will start to see these more advanced layouts coming. So we are going to build some of the buildings that people don't like. We're gonna build them further away from the people. All right, so people don't like the bazaar, so we can put how bizarre, right? Yes, let's go. All right, so they don't like the bazaar. If you keep it away from them, they'll be happy. Don't know what that's about, but it's totally a thing. All right, they do like all their gods, and they do not like you to mess about and not give them all their gods. So you want to make sure that you have ample access to gods, and it may be hard to give that access. Like you can see here, I don't have a space in between right there where I just put the other one, and right over here where I'm about to put this one. Really no space. So yeah, you can get a little bit boxed in with some of the layout. Your layout can really box you in sometimes. I guess we'll do this right here. Employees needed. So these are some of the basic things that I just absolutely have to have. So I'm gonna put them in right away. And this mission, we don't have like a crazy amount of options. Like I can't do anything on the sea. I don't see any docks. I don't have a dock, so I can't put a dock on the sea. I'm not gonna have any fishing wharves, nothing like that. So should be able to just set up some real basic little setups here. And everybody should be happy. Okay, it did give me a village palace. I've also got booths. Booths you put down on these junctions of roads. So you want to make sure that you put down the booths in the correct places to entertain everybody. Let's go see if they'll finally let me figure out my workers, and they do. This is great. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Alright, they do. The overseers in this game are extremely important, and this overseer is the most important overseer. Okay, this overseer tells your workers where to go, tells you how much unemployed workforce you have, and basically lets you set your kingdom wages and stuff that has to do with your workers. It's really important. You could, I mean, if some of your stuff doesn't have workers, they won't function, okay? So if you don't have infrastructure, for example, then all your firehouses, they're not going to function. There's nobody in that firehouse. There's nobody there, okay? And if there's nobody there, then they're not protecting your place from fire, you know? And that's really bad. So you really have to have some of those things. Okay, now, I don't want to leave myself susceptible to fire. That would be really bad. We have to have ample firehouses. We have to have ample architects posts. Very important. We are going to end up with a lot of very similar looking establishments. Kind of very similar looking, like the way that I build things, essentially. And that's fine. That's just the way that it works out in this game. And it kind of makes it easier to think about things too. One thing I need to do is check out who's my patron god. You always have a patron god, and the way that you build your temples is really important. So my patron god is Ra. Okay, my patron god is Ra. Everybody else is a local deity. Okay, so because my patron god is Ra, I have to build more temples to Ra. If I build too many temples to a different god, Ra could get really mad about it. Alright. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to make sure Ra's nice and happy. Okay, so now what I've done, and if you ever want to get to some of your overseers, you can get to them from certain pages and certain buildings. So it's just a quick little shortcut there. So what I've got here is 2 temples to Ra and 1 temple to each of the other gods. And I'm actually going to build a couple of shrines to Ra as well. Shrines have to be 2 spaces away from the road. And sometimes you'll end up with these little 1x1 spaces that are stuck in these little corners like this. And a shrine is a perfect thing to put there. So that's what we do. I'll do shout outs. What's up, Jenny Blaze? What's up, Random Pokefax? What's up, Azure Shade? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do a poll. We're going to do the same poll. Have you ever heard of this game before? Alright, yes or no? I know everybody probably answered that poll last time, but I'm still going to give you the same poll. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so one thing they did give us is Juggler School. People don't necessarily mind being by the Juggler School. We're not going to build that yet because it can kind of mess with the way that we... it can kind of mess with the way that we get our employees to work, essentially. So we don't want to mess up our employees just yet. I do need to put in a village palace. And I actually need to put it in a pretty decent spot. I don't think I need any of this wood. I'm pretty sure I don't need any of this wood. Raw material, clay pit. Yeah, so I don't need the wood. Sometimes you need the wood. And your raw materials guys will actually use the wood. But these guys don't appear that they're going to use it, so. Oh, I got so lucky that that fit there. That is so random that that fit. Okay, we're going to end up with a huge work camp over here. You guys can see it's March. So I'm 3 months into my scenario, and I did that by design because I have to have time to build my farms, and I have not had time to build my farms. And the hard thing about the farms is you really have to go out to the outer edges first and build those ones, and then work your way in and leave room for the road. Alright, let's draw some road. We're not done here, but this will at least get us started. Now, what we have to do is a roadblock. We don't want anybody going in there except for workers, and we're gonna have plenty of workers. What we'll probably end up doing is some kind of a workstation out here. So we'll throw a bandstand here just to get everybody away from it. Okay, so we're not done. We're gonna have to draw some roads. I'm gonna have to make some barley fields. Nothing can work over here. Nothing can work over here. We'll get like 3 barley fields. We don't need a ton of barley fields. Okay, so what we're gonna need is a granary. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get one over here. That would have been nice. Alright. Alright, let's read one of Azur's quotes. This is a really good one. For knowledge, you should know that peace is an indispensable condition of getting it. Ooh. You've blown my Pharaoh mind, Azur. It's an ancient Egyptian proverb. You've blown my Pharaoh mind. That's excellent, my friend. That's excellent. I love it. Alright, we're gonna eventually need a juggler school. We're gonna eventually need some of these things, but right now all we need is just a couple of work camps. And these guys actually don't want to be near work camps. What I'm gonna put over here is a juggler school and a conservatory, because they won't mind having that nearby, and those can be on the outskirts of town. But what I actually need is a big long corridor that's going to support a bunch of industry, and my work camps need to be right next to my work camps basically need to be right next to the farms, so they're about as close as I'm gonna get them. I could actually get a few work camps over here too. Here, let me undo that. I'll put my work camps over here. This is not a bad place to put the work camps. I don't know why it won't. Oh, it wouldn't let me because it was undoing the other one, and it was a little bit stuck. Okay, so I don't want people to walk too far in this direction, because they'll go too far and they'll be kind of like wasting their time. So I need to get a couple of buildings over here. Need to get a couple of buildings over here just for safety. I think I'm gonna take that one out. Luckily those are cheap. Alright, and I think I'm gonna take out a little bit of this road too, just because I'm not using it yet. We can always put it back in and it's cheap, because I don't want those guys to walk out too far. Okay, they should all find the stuff that they need. We need water supply over here. Actually, I don't think I need that water supply. They might be good with this one. I'm probably gonna end up needing some basic facilities over here, like a water supply, possibly even a bazaar, so we can put that there. All right. These guys are a little bit close to some work stuff, so if you put a garden in there, it just helps later on. All right, these guys should be pretty much good. I have not put in a few things like granaries, but I think we can speed it up a little bit and start to let them start to filter in. I didn't put in a lot of stuff. I left myself a lot of room. It's just a really, really basic setup to get a ton of people to start housing here. I really need to get my granaries set up. We don't have granaries. I think I'm gonna take off this roadblock and start to put in some stuff over here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Those are houses. Don't delete the houses. Okay. Alright, we can put the granary pretty far down. They don't seem to mind that. We're gonna need a granary. Alright, here's another proverb. If the master teaches what is error, the disciple's submission is slavery. If he teaches truth, the submission is ennoblement. Egyptian Proverbs. Dang. Some people say the Egyptians had slaves, but it's debatable. It's debatable. Okay, we got farms. We got religion. Oh, I did not build my we might have to build. So we gotta build the temple, or what do you call it? The place where everybody's about to dance. Everybody's about to dance. I'm just like really stuck on where I want to put it. It's usually like the center of your city, but I kind of don't use it that way. We're not gonna get that big with this city. We'll just put it over here. Okay, this is the setup you need for your festival square. I know what it looks like. I couldn't tell you what those dimensions are, but I know what it looks like. It looks like that. I don't know what the actual dimensions are, like number-wise. Okay, so we are gonna have a festival. Let's go see my overseers. Infrastructure looking good, health and sanitation looking good, religion looking good. After that, we will go to food and production, number 4. All right, food and production. That's what we need for number 4. And then we'll go entertainment. And normally the big struggle is to get enough industry and commerce, but we're probably not going to have much industry and commerce in this particular scenario, although I do believe we will have a little. And what we'll eventually do is connect these two guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But what we'll do is toss a roadblock on there, and then it's not a whole bunch of dudes walking around out there where they don't need to be. Alright, now what we'll probably end up having is some kind of city like worker area over here, but I don't need to build that yet. The world map is not available in this assignment, so we will not have, it looks like we will not have any significant amounts of trade. And we'll toss a couple of these. Maybe I will build a little bit of my center for industry. Okay, and what we can do is build brewers over here. I probably should have these guys further down. We can work on that. And then we need to have a little bit of clay pits. And they only want to go certain places. So unfortunately you do have to kind of rework your roads. Which isn't the hugest deal, but you just want to have like an ample amount of firehouses. When you start to get really weird with the roads, like firehouses and architects posts like everywhere basically, because once your dudes get funky on the roads, then those guys don't want to go to the right place, and your place will burn down so fast. They will burn you down so fast in this game. I've seen it happen too many times. Now what we are gonna need is some kind of a bazaar over here and some kind of entertainment as well. So we can do bandstand, bazaar. One thing I always kind of get wrong is I don't get my storage yards near the bazaar, and then like basically my storage yards just can't get anything, or my bazaars like can't get any of the materials that they need. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that right this time, but I'm gonna toss the I'm gonna toss the storage yards over here if I can. That way they don't have to make such a long walk. I'm basically just getting set up right now. So special orders, this is really important early in the game. This is kind of hard to understand, but you can tell you can basically tell them what to accept and what not to accept. And because this storage yard is intended to feed the bazaar, I only want it to have things that the bazaar will get. So it's going to get pottery and beer. So there's only going to be pottery and beer here. This bazaar is going to walk right over here, pick up the pottery and beer, go back, and then walk out to the people and give it to them. And that's all going to happen nice and quick. I wanted to have a granary over there as well, but I wasn't able to get a granary over there. So they're going to have to walk a little bit far for the granary. In fact, we do need to have a granary over here. So we're going to move some things around. This is the thing. My city planning is suspect. We're going to move the firehouse here. We're going to move the architect's post here because they'll do a better job protecting all these buildings when they have to walk past them. Make sure that the granary's there. Every time it tells me I got a lavish festival, cool, got to hold a new festival. And we want to hold it to Osiris. And we're going to go and check and see how happy the gods are. So right now the gods are amiable. That means that if I worship them, they'll be happy. But if I don't worship them, then they could go the other way. So they're amiable. They could go either way at this point. So I need to toss down some festivals, toss down some shrines. They'll be real happy. All right, let's read another ancient proverb. Have the wisdom to abandon the values of a time that has passed and pick out the constituents of the future. An environment must be suited to the age and men to their environment. Ooh, that's a good one, dude. Yo, that was a good one. I like that. Okay, so we got food in production. After that, I would like to get entertainment and industry and commerce going, and I also would like to have my government with people as well. So we're gonna go ahead and toss governments and people. I don't want my government to just be like an empty building. All right, they need to collect some taxes. Vault holds 2,663 Debin. That's the Debin that I hold right up here. That's my money. As I'm spending things, that's going down. I don't want to go totally broke. That will make me lose points, and it's just not what you want to do. So we want to try to avoid going broke. We're waiting for the Nile to unflood. This is the Nile right here. Oh, there it goes, right on time. All right, so the Nile is unflooding. All of our fields are going to be put right back where they were. We should get a good inundation of the Nile. And if you're ever not sure, you have your overseer and the overseer of I don't even know who oversees the Nile. There's somewhere you can go and look and it'll tell you how good your inundation of the Nile was. Now what we want to see is the work camps. What I really need is for my food. I really need my food production to take off. I just don't have enough. We gotta put them as number one. It means religion's gonna suffer. And health and sanitation is suffering. It means religion is going to suffer, but we need the employees. We need them to go and start working on food. Now you can see these guys right here. As soon as I made that change, these guys right here walked out. I don't know if you saw that. Now what we need actually is another work camp, unfortunately, and those work camps really do take a lot of employees. Those work camps take more employees than anything else in the whole game. They're 20 employees. If you ever have unemployment, all you do is plop down a ton of work camps and suddenly you don't have unemployment anymore, okay? And these 3 work camps are gonna toss out workers, and that's why I said they have to be close to the farms, because see how close they were, and then they hit those farms, and now they're seeding the farm and they're planting the farm and going through their whole, you know, programmed process that they're gonna do visually. I'll come back and we'll check on that, but basically they're gonna do this like process and make the farm, you know. Oh, I forgot to put a road. All right, we gotta give this guy a road. Okay, there we go. Gave that one a road, so it'll get a worker. These guys all have roads. I possibly could have fit more farms in here. I'm pretty sure that I maybe could have fit more farms in here, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we're gonna have plenty of food. So what we have now is food production, and once we get food, we should get a population boom, and then that should help out, so we should be good. All right. Azura is bringing it with the Proverbs. I can barely keep up with these Proverbs. Azura, I hope you don't run out. There's probably thousands of them, huh? He said, what did you just say? Please sum it up. We're making food. Summary of what I just said. We, the people, are making food. I don't know. Do I sound like a pharaoh? My impressions are pretty bad. I got to admit, my impressions are pretty horrible. I've never been good at impressions. We do have 2 clay pits over here, but they're not doing anything. And what it says we could use more population. Now, I am a little bit hesitant to make much more population, because the more population we make, then we have to make all these buildings and they cost a lot of money. So, I mean, it says brew some beer, make some food. I'm brewing some beer, making some food. I think that we're in good shape. We just gotta wait for a little population boom once we get some, what do you call it? Once we get some food for these people, you know? Alright, we'll get some food. Hold on, I got another Azur's famous Proverbs here. Men need images. Lacking them, they invent idols. Better than to found the images on realities that lead to the truth. That lead the true seeker to the source. I can't even read. I can't even read. They never taught me how to read in Pharaoh School. Hold on, are we missing, like... Yeah, there we go. Our food levels are low. Yes, I know. They're like, our food levels are low. Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, do we have tax collectors? I just wish I had tax collectors. Village Palace. There's a water crossing. They gave me water crossings, you guys. And I'm just like, for what? I mean, they gave me a ferry crossing. Oh, there's extra food over here. There's extra Nile over here. That's why. So what we could do, just so you guys can like be aware of it, I'll show you this. We could build a ferry crossing right here, which I guess I'll do it. Lavish festival, so we got to do something about that here in a second. I really need to put a firehouse right here. Well, I don't really want to do that. I guess I could put it right here. And an architect's post, because there's... Well, nah. I probably should have put it there. That's fine, though. Okay, so... I mean, I guess if I'm going to build... I may as well build, right? Let's build. Okay, there's actually more farmland over here that we could technically like make a massive farming community, which I'm totally not against it. All right, now what we would need in order to do that is a huge center of population. Oops, did that wrong. I want to put a roadblock like right here. So we'll put center of population like over here. Now, if you want population, it can be a little bit hard sometimes when you're on the edge of the map to find enough room to do it. We're gonna toss them in right here. And we're gonna toss them in right over here. This is a little weird. What's funny is I've played all these missions before, so I know kind of like what you can get away with. Like I remember these missions, you know? So I'm like, okay, let's just do this, you know? We'll just toss in some houses over here in this like weird area. Firehouse. Give them a little bandstand. Might even end up with some nice houses over here. Now maybe we'll give them a granary over here. This is where it starts to get expensive. Architect's post. Okay, we'll go water supply. Oh wait, no, hold on. We'll go bazaar. And we'll do water supply. Water supply, they don't mind. Bazaar, they really don't like it. I don't know what it is, but something about the bazaar. They're like, ew, get it away. Okay, we need an apothecary. Otherwise, they'll all get sick. We need police station. Otherwise, they'll all start robbing everybody. No robbers. Okay, I think that those will be fine. Another water supply over here. Another juggler's booth over here because we gotta keep these people entertained. Alright, we'll give them another bazaar over here. Another firehouse. Architect post. You do end up needing a lot of firehouses and architect posts. Okay, now if you want to do farms, you can go all out. You can do farms. We're on the edge of the map, so like they've given me a little bit of a puzzle here that I have to solve if I want to do my farms. I'm gonna take the easy way out because honestly we're gonna have more farms than we could ever need. See how they did this to me? They're like, you can't have any farms unless you solve this puzzle. Out of money. Did you see it? I ran out of money. Battery is running low. How? I'm plugged in. Oh no, I never plugged it in. No! I totally forgot to plug it in. Wow, that scared me. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot to plug it in. Okay, see how they gave me this puzzle? But I'm just gonna put all my fields further down, you know? Okay, now we have to have more workers, you know, but we have workers coming in, so it's not so bad, right? Okay, a little bit more farms down there. We got workers coming in. Did these guys ever... Okay, these guys are on their way to harvest. These guys are working on harvest here, so that's real good. I gotta make sure I have enough granaries for them to put their food. And they are gonna need a lot of granaries. Let's see what happens when they harvest. I'll know if I have enough granaries. If there's anybody standing around that can't go anywhere, that means I didn't have enough granaries. So we have to do overseer of the workers. Even my infrastructure is getting bad. Okay, so that's not good. But we have to have... Oh dear. We're gonna let government workers go. See, this is bad. We have to have health and sanitation, or we'll lose population. Okay, that's the best we can do for now. We have to have health and sanitation or we'll lose population, and that's all bad. And I drew up a little bit more population just to get some people to come here, because we have to have some people come here, you know? We're getting kind of in a tight spot. Let's do another temple to Ra, my patron god. Since we don't have a temple over there, and we need one. I don't know why these guys are seeding. I don't know, my production might be weird because I was messing with my workers. I'm not sure though. 151, we're doing decent on our workers. I want to have max food production without sacrificing safety. Now the thing is, we need to have workers. We have 0 workers. We need to have workers in the religion area or they will get mad. The gods will get mad. And if the gods get mad, they'll start punishing me. So we gotta watch out. Oh no, the gods are mad. The gods are mad. We don't have workers, you guys. We don't have workers. I need to get workers. Okay, we gotta get workers for these gods. They're gonna get mad at me. They're gonna start destroying everything. We're gonna have to start over. Overseer of the workers. Where's my overseer of the work? Wait, who is it? This guy? Oh, my political overseer. You need to have a mansion. Okay, we don't have a mansion on this one. Dude, religion, we gotta get some workers. We gotta get some workers. Otherwise, they're gonna get so mad at me. And we're gonna have to go build some shrines to make these guys less mad at me. So let's go and beef up the city with shrines a little bit. They'll be happy if we do that. And we really need to do that, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, we can just do that real quick over here. Oh, that's all. I was already on Ra. Shrine to Osiris. Shrine to Bast. Okay. I think I actually need an apothecary over here, so we'll toss one in. Over there. Okay. Usually I build things to where I have room for them, and I kind of didn't this time, so we'll just toss in some extra ones. People like the shrines. It's like a total yes in my backyard kind of thing. Let's go see 5 shrines. I need 1 more shrine to Bast. You want their shrines to be pretty even. Pretty much even. You don't want them to be like disparaging on the different number of shrines. So we're gonna put in a few more shrines for Osiris and for Bast. Okay, and it might take us like a month or so for them to catch up, but now we at least have a pretty good number, and everything is even. You know, nobody's more important than the other one, aside from my patron god is more important than both of the other ones. So they should be happy with that. Okay, I'm just making sure that everybody harvests. We want to get to a full, complete harvest. And these guys are doing their thing. We could probably speed it up just a tiny bit. I don't like to go too fast. We don't need to spend much time on this scenario, but I don't like to go too fast because things can really go bad quickly. Especially if you don't have fire marshals and everything. Oh man, it can go bad so quickly. We're looking good. I'm just waiting on my food production. I got food production down here. I forgot I need to get a roadblock, otherwise people will start to walk down there. We got firehouse down there. I'm actually going to toss a police station in over here just for good measure. We need to get physician, apothecary with as good a coverage as possible, because this area is going to be prone to getting disease. Oh my goodness! The Lord of the Nile flood will punish this city for its lack of devotion, and next year's flood will destroy all farms in its path. Oh, Osiris, that's not cool, bruh. Osiris, I was just about to worship you like way better, dude. I promise. Oh, they're all apathetic. Okay. He promised he's about to like really mess me up, but then he's like, well, I am kind of apathetic. Festival for September. Oh dear, I'm worried. I'm worried. I know, rest in peace to all the farm workers. Osiris is mad. He's about to release his fury. Dude, he was pretty furious too. Okay, these are where all your messages come, and you can just delete them if you want to. And sometimes I will go in there and delete them. They'll also tell you where problems are in the city, so if you're trying to find like where something went wrong, you can usually find a message about it and then go there. So there's that. I'm trying to think of anything that I might like critically need over here, and I don't believe there's anything. It says build granaries to store the upcoming harvest, and that means that maybe I need one more granary. It's just I don't know where I would put it. I guess I might eventually have. It's just that I have granaries over here. Nah, put that back. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just go see. These guys are almost done. Look, he's actually harvesting. Look, they're all harvesting. See how they change their motion? Okay, so I don't care if the straw has nowhere to go. We're not going to use the straw. So the straw, I mean, it's sad to say, but I actually don't want them accepting straw. And the straw guy, unfortunately, has to die out in the fields. So we can watch him. And the Egyptians were not people of human sacrifice. We'll just have to put that on the record. But in this case, we are going to have to commit human sacrifice. Because these straw guys, no one can accept these goods. That's okay, I could use the rest. And look, there's two of him. No one can accept these goods. Alright, guy, we get it, we get it. Okay, there's a lot of these straw guys because we made grain. And the grain, you know, look, there's... Okay, so our grain, I do need to build... I might need to build another... How come this guy, there's probably somebody on the way. Yeah, these guys are on the way. I have to go clear across the city with these goods. What I don't have... So the bazaar lady came and she picks up. Okay, bazaar lady came, she picks up. Here she is. And see, she just picked up the food. So the dude who was standing here that didn't have anywhere to drop his food, well, he got somewhere to drop his food because the bazaar lady came and picked it up, all right? No, Strawman! Strawman, you served your Egyptian people dutifully. Sorry, Strawman! Okay, so my people should be evolving now that they're getting food. Here we go. Evolution is happening as we speak. There is no entertainment to be found in the location, so we cannot evolve further. So we'll have to fix that. Now, I don't really need that much food going on as far as the food workers go, so I can swap over to some of my other high priority stuff now. And because everybody's got a little bit of food, they'll be okay. And then they should start to evolve a little bit more, and more population is going to come. See the little carriers right now? Delivery boy carrying grain. So he's carrying the grain along with the bazaar trader. And see, as they're passing the houses are all evolving. Right as they pass the houses evolve. They're carrying all these goods. Alright, so they're the little carriers that are going to carry everything. And she's going back to this one. That's where she's going to stock up, I guess. I'm not sure what she's doing. But anyway, so now we have population. These guys are evolving. We're getting some entertainment in there. And what I'm going to do to help them evolve all the way is give them some more gardens. So we'll go ahead and garden these guys up. And then they should start to evolve a little bit more. And then what I'm noticing is that we don't have a bazaar coverage over here. And even though these guys don't like the bazaars, They'll just have to get over it because the bazaar isn't covering them. So we'll go ahead and get them covered. Now we have benevolent gods. Thank goodness. The gods are in our favor again. When it has this little person right here instead of the lightning bolt, that means that they're going to bless me. Alright, so hopefully that curse doesn't come true. I don't want to spend all my money on gardens, but they really do improve the overall city to where people want to immigrate here, and it does help a lot, so we'll go ahead and garden up the city just a little bit because these guys like it. Okay, and it can be a little bit hard to get the gardens into the city sometimes, so you have to start down here and then drag all the way up here, and you can see that it changed my garden. You can only barely see it, but it does work. Alright, so I'm not sure if these guys are really going to destroy my house anymore. These guys are probably going to be unhappy because the quality of the area is bad. So we'll put in a few statues and maybe they'll get right. Okay, to acknowledge your respectful attitude, Ra inspires your trading partners to trade more than before. That doesn't really affect us that much. We gotta put in some shrines, so maybe if we put in some shrines over here, it'll raise the land value or whatever, because these guys are... Whoa, 1,000 people now call my city home. I am a great pharaoh in the making. Okay, these guys finally improved because I improved the quality of the area. And there we go. Once you put in shrines, it'll let you do more decorations. The shrines kind of allow that to happen. And I'm gonna just decorate this area a little bit so that these guys will upgrade as they get more food. They didn't take any grain here. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe we Oh, he destroyed my farms like he said he would. No! Osiris, you are a scornful god. Oh my goodness. No wonder the Egyptians stopped worshiping all these multiple gods. They were like, yo, y'all trying to kill us. Yo, he straight up destroyed my farms. Wait, did he destroy all my farms? Yo! Osiris, you are a scornful god. That is messed up. He destroyed all my farms, you guys. He said he would do it. He said he would do it. He was like, don't test me, Pharaoh Jonno Sorkhan. I will destroy your farms so fast and furious. Look, I'm in debt because... Oh, I thought I had a benevolent god, but I do not. Scornful. Alright, that was really sad. That was truly, truly a sad occasion. Alright, Lavish Festival to my god who destroyed me. Okay. What is Azure Shades? Hold on. Mat, who links universal to terrestrial, the divine with the human, is incomprehensible to the cerebral intelligence. Egyptian proverb. Look, this is the best thing you can possibly get from the gods, you guys. Bast has thrown a festival so that all the gods will notice my piety. That's really good. Okay. Bast essentially just threw a festival for the gods. So you'll see what happens here is all the other gods, it says 0 for their months since last festival. That's because she just threw a festival for them. So all I need to do is toss a festival to Bast because the other ones are good to go because she threw the festival for them. So that helps me out quite a bit. Alright. So that may not be obvious what exactly is happening there, but just so you guys know, that's what that is. Okay, so these guys have enough juggler schools. We have enough conservatories. I think we're covered with my one little bit of juggler school and conservatory. I did go into debt, you guys. I made too big of a city. We don't have any way to collect taxes. I mean, I did make a real nice city. You can't argue with that. It's a real nice place to live. We got a bazaar there, and I got a bazaar here. I don't think these guys down here in the middle are gonna get covered with the bazaar. So let's go ahead and get them covered. Alright, and we can go Shrine to Ra. And I think what I might actually do is toss a police station in here just for good measure. Oh no, there already is one. So we can toss an apothecary in here just for good measure. You never know. Alright, get those guys an apothecary. I probably should have another apothecary down here just for good measure. What I usually try to do is put all that stuff in right when I get started setting everything up, because you really do kind of need to plan it out, and then you forget where you have them and all that. All right, these guys are finally making beer. Okay, now I appear to have enough workers. Yes, I have 4 unemployed workforce. That's fantastic. That means I have like basically exactly enough workers. So my city is thriving. What are my details? Review your mission. Okay, I don't remember what we're supposed to do to complete my mission. Population of 1,000, 10 modest apartments. So we got to get some beer distributed, and these guys are about to do that because they're making beer. So it's possible that we complete this scenario here in just a second. Let's go ahead and watch. So we got beer getting brewed. They're stocking up the beer. You can... Oh, finances, finally, taxation and a personal mansion. Yo! Let's see if I can get out of debt, you guys. Hold on, let's slow it back down. Let's slow it back down. We need to get my finances in order. I kind of feel like I want to live across the river. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like I want to live in like a real fancy area. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, where do I want my personal mansion? I really need to have like a lit spot. Oh, let's go live by the festival square. It's lit over here. Okay, I think I'm gonna put my personal mansion like right over here. Let's go. That's a decent spot for my personal mansion. So this is my salary, 2 Deben per month. Okay, that's pretty good. We also get tax collectors now, and people definitely do not like to live by the tax collector. He is a not in my backyard, so they'll get a little bit upset about that. But I'm broke and I need the money, and this mission isn't that important. So we are gonna toss some tax collectors right in there with these guys. And we are gonna do an extra shrine to Ra. I always do a shrine to Ra. If I'm not sure which shrine I wanna do, I do my patron god, because it keeps them pretty even, although I am uneven. I need a shrine to Osiris. So let's get rid of the shrine to Ra and do the shrine to Osiris. I probably did a shrine to Bast because Bast was mad or something like that. Actually, I don't know why they were uneven. I have no excuses. Okay, here we go. Now they're even. Okay, shrine to Osiris. I really have a lot of messages. Okay, tax collector. I think I'll be good on taxes with all those tax collectors, and let's get one more tax collector over here. Now, they're not gonna make me an insane amount of money by any means, but they'll collect taxes dutifully. They will. Okay, let's see what I can get done here. I probably need like 2 tax collectors for this whole area, but I don't really have room to get one in here, so I may not make that much taxes off these guys. Okay, now I wanted to make sure that I get my speed down so that I can get my tax collectors in, and then maybe they'll collect some money. They don't exactly collect a lot of money, but hey, we'll see. And I'm gonna raise the taxes of my city and see if maybe we can get out of debt. I would like to end this scenario out of debt, although I get the feeling my houses are about to upgrade. I do need to make a few potters, and I think I'm gonna just make those potters down here for sake of ease. Must build on cleared land. Sometimes you get lucky and you can squeeze them in, but not always. And what we could do is just toss in some of these potters in like some of the open area that I already have, and that'll be fine. Now, one thing you can do, alright, is get. Okay, you can get supplies, and this will actually take your worker at this building and make him go do some work, okay? Now, normally the guy who sits at this building, he wouldn't do anything. He would just chill right here, all right? But if I tell it to go get certain things, he has one worker, and I can use that worker and make him go and get supplies from other storage yards, and then he'll basically just keep that stuff here, which the bazaar will eventually use. So I can make him go get some beer, and I can make him go get some pottery, and then it'll upgrade these houses once they eventually, get those supplies, essentially. So this guy doesn't have any workers right now because it looks like I might have some unemployment, which I do have a little bit, but that's fine, not much. It looks like the few unemployed workers that I have are this guy. So it says our delivery man is on his way back. Okay, so he went to go get some beer, and that's this guy right. That is this guy right here, and I have no idea how he just walked that weird circle that he just walked, but he. Oh wait, what was that? He walked some weird circle. Build granaries to store the upcoming harvest. That means we got harvest coming. Look, do you see that guy walking? Where is he going? He raised my reputation. That's more important later on. So he has 400 units of beer. He's taking it to this storage yard, but he can't take it there because there's nowhere to work, and he keeps walking this weird route around this way, which makes no sense. Sometimes the game does weird stuff like that. Anyway, eventually there will be beer here. It looks like I'm just a few employees short. Sorry to the straw men. Straw men, you're not going to make it this year. But it looks like all of the granary guys are on their way to granaries. Straw men are standing still. Granary guys are all moving, and that's what we want to see. As long as the granary guys go to granaries and deposit their food, then we're good. And once they get food, this whole area is going to upgrade. So that'll be good. Here's the bazaar lady. I don't know exactly what she's doing. I don't think she even has any food to carry.
The bazaar needs some items.
She's going to get the items from clear across the town. So this bazaar lady, her food didn't make it to her bazaar, so she's going to cross the water crossing. She's going to go all the way over to a different bazaar, and she's going to rob that bazaar of all of its food. Or not bazaar, she's gonna go rob the granary. So let's go see where she goes. She's walking all the way. Now there was a granary that was closer to her house, but it didn't get food yet. And she, based on her programming, is like, let's just go to the nearest granary that we can possibly find. So she is apparent. Where is she going? She's going far. This is the route, and you can see she can walk through the roadblocks because she has somewhere to go. She's apparently going to this granary. And if a bunch of other bazaar ladies get there first, which they are, they're going to take all the food. So I wonder. Oh no, it looks like there's enough for her. She's going to get there, and she's going to take a little bit. Look, she just got there, and she took a little bit of food. It's a little bit hard to watch. And now it's a little bit hard to follow, but now she's got the kids following behind her. So, yeah, she has to go clear across the town just because her bazaar didn't get food fast enough for her. But everybody here seems to be upgrading. Somebody got them. Somebody got them some food, so they seem to be upgrading. That's good. Even though she had to go clear across town, they do seem to be upgrading. That's very good. I'm gonna put in a tax collector right here instead, because I just want to rob these people. You know what I mean? Like, I have got to collect these taxes. I do not want to be broke. I'm negative 2,000. Now, there's one way you can get money. Okay, there is one way you can get money. And it is your reputation. I have a savings of 16 Debin right now, so I can send a gift, which I can't yet. But if I had more savings because of my noble salary, then I could actually send a gift. Or I could give it to the city if I was broke. Alright, here we go, you guys. Here we go. We're about to complete this scenario. These guys are all gonna upgrade. Yeah! Okay, I'm glad I just happened to scroll over there. And basically those white houses are the ones that we were trying to get to. So we're gonna proceed. I don't want to rule over this city any longer than I have to. These are a little bit early missions. So I don't want to have to sit and play these missions forever. We'll move on. I do want to get through a couple of missions tonight. I'm not sure if we can get through the whole Archaic period. We might have to do 2 episodes of the Archaic period. And that's fine. I'm not going to rush myself. So our score was negative 1,881. Now, I mean, I gotta say I had a pretty darn good city, but apparently my score was negative, so that hurts.
Has managed to unite
That hurts.
the twin kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt.
All right, here we go.
Proclaimed himself Pharaoh over all Egypt, as a sign of his absolute sovereignty and
Yeah.
the establishment of this
Yeah.
the first dynasty of Egypt.
Yeah!
Has ordered the founding of an
Let's
imposing
go!
capital at Men-Nefer, from which he may govern this fledgling nation.
Oh, you guys,
Because
we're
of your
building
family's many generations of
Men-Nefer.
faithful service to this land, Pharaoh has
The
chosen
first
you
capital.
to be the architect of this splendid city.
Dude, we
Because the
are
capital
about to
is the
build a
very
monument.
symbol
We
of
have to
our
get our
kingdom.
first monument
Its
rating.
citizens must enjoy a quality of life heretofore unknown in this land. To this end, you will eventually need to trade.
Oh, we gotta
with
open
other
up trade?
cities in the realm, and to provide a higher standard of education for at least some of your citizens.
Wow.
You must also build
Yes!
a sacred Mustaba tomb for the city's nobles.
We have to build the Mustaba. Alright, you guys. Begin planning for areas of housing and industry. By now, you know what the people want in addition to the basics of food and water. You must provide some houses with pottery, beer, entertainment, and access to religious services before you can think about higher education and trade. Okay, now, always remember, you guys, first thing you do when you get in, slow it down, because it'll be on the same speed that you left it on. And when you first get started, you really do have to move pretty slow. Alright, now it is good to know where are people going to come in. Do they come in from the top of the map, or do they come in from the bottom of the map? And sometimes it'll make a really big difference as to how your game plays, where they actually come in at. Now we do have reeds down here. I see reeds. And one thing you want to check when you first get in is your raw materials. They haven't given me reeds yet, but I think they're going to give them to me later. So we may need some population down here. But for now, just to get started. Oh, and there's some reeds up here too. Okay, that's handy. We'll probably end up using those. They said education, and that's going to mean papyrus. So, okay, let's read the Egyptian Proverbs, because there's too many, and I'm missing them. The growth of consciousness doesn't depend on the will of the intellect or its possibilities, but on the intensity of the inner urge. Wow, lifelong learners, let's go. There grows no wheat where there is no grain. Ooh, Egyptian Proverbs. Every man must act in the rhythm of his time. Such is wisdom. Azur, lay it on us, brother. Lay it on us. Okay, I'm pretty sure that all of our citizens are going to find their way into the city right over here. Okay. Right over here. And I am going to build myself a nice big tract of homes. Okay. Nice big tract of homes. Okay, now that's a lot of people. We're gonna have a big city today. But the only thing that we need right now is we're gonna have a little bit of industry over here that I'm already aware of. We're gonna have firehouse, architect, police, and booth. Happens every time. We're gonna have my village palace right over here with all these great buildings. We're gonna have another one of these. Bandstand. Now I'm gonna have some industry over here. Okay. Firehouse. Let's see. Looks like we got Ptah, Osiris, and Bast. We'll toss those in there. Architect post. Actually, I'll take that one out. Put that one right there. Okay. Because I think what I'll put is a bazaar right here. I do like to get started pretty early with all my bazaar placement and things like that. It just kind of helps if, you know, it's like, you know, you're going to do certain stuff. You just know it. So just put it in. If you accidentally make little 1x1s, just toss stuff in there that you know you're going to need. I think my patron god is Ptah. But let's go see. Yeah, patron god, Ptah. So that's good. That's very good. I'm so glad my computer didn't die, you guys. I was really worried my computer was gonna die. Okay, now what do we have over here? We need a water supply here. And then we can put another one here. And then we can put another one. I like to put my water supplies as far down as I can. Okay. We beat the last mission. Moving dutifully right into the next one. Okay, water supplies for everybody. Bazaar. It's usually good to toss in the granaries, you know, pretty quickly. And then once we figure out which way we want to go for the farm, you kind of want to go like the shortest distance to the farm, and it can be a little bit difficult to figure out what that's going to end up being. So we're going to enter here. Okay, there we go. That's my distance to my farms. Now I can build a little bit more. We'll do work camps. We're gonna need population by the farm. There's just no doubt about it. So what we'll do is draw some population over here right away. And we'll end up having some industry as well. Alright, now you can see how it's really easy to spend up a lot of money real early on. And you have to build certain things, you know? You have to. So, yeah, you can really drop a lot of cashola and make yourself go broke. But we have to have populations. No doubt. Social good is what brings peace to family and society. There you go, Azur. There you go. Okay, we have got to go in hard on the tax collectors early on. So let's make sure that tax collectors are well established. What's our food production? Just farms. Tax collector over there. Tax collector over here. Okay. Somehow that was supposed to be a police station. I must have hit the wrong button. Got a roadblock over here. Gotta do a few more temples that we don't have. I'm not sure exactly how this will work. I haven't drawn up my farms yet. I haven't even got close to drawing up my farms yet, so we should do that. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for kicking it with me. We're playing some old school games. I mean, we are getting down on the oldie old school. No doubt. Dude, playing this on the Steam controller is so intuitive. It's really nice. Okay, I got my work camps. Having a little bit of trouble with my farm access here. That wasn't too bad. Man must learn to increase his sense of responsibility and the fact that everything he does will have its consequences. Ooh. That's deep. That's deep. Wow. Hey, it's true. Okay, I don't want to have multiple inroads here, so as much as it bugs me, we're gonna do this a little bit different way. Okay. I don't know if I necessarily did that the best I could do it, but oh well. Okay, we will make some food. Let's go to my workers. Okay, that's pretty much a basic setup right there to get yourself food in the beginning of the game. Let's kick it up just a little bit. Some of these houses haven't filled yet, and we got population on the way in. I do want to get my government going because we want to start taxing these people immediately. So we don't have a ton of people, but we have enough right now. We have enough. I drew a lot of housing. I drew an absolutely ridiculous amount of housing. So food production should get started, and it looks like it is getting started. That's good. That's very good. Wherever he's going to a field. There we go. We're gonna have food. My people will not starve. They will have food. Okay, there's population on the way in, so let's speed it up just a tiny bit. 70% is honestly a pretty good speed. I don't ever use 90 or 100 until I'm like really cooking. What we're gonna need over here is some kind of a storage system that doesn't upset these people. And they do tend to get upset about various things, so what we'll do is toss them a granary. Hey, population milestone, 500 people. They're gonna be walking through here. I gotta try and get this in. Sometimes it's really hard to put down buildings that you need. Oh, get in there. Okay, good. Okay. Can we get a bandstand over here? Yes, we can. Can we get a Juggler School? No, we can't. Alright, so what we'll do is actually connect these, but then toss a roadblock over here. And then we do need to hold a festival, and wow, I haven't even really looked at my gods. Luckily, they're congenial. We'll hold one to Ptah. They don't really get too hard on you with the gods like right away in the early scenarios. They kind of give you a second to forget about them, but you really need to get on it. Like in the later scenarios, they really are on you about it. Okay, it looks like my food is going into production. I doubt that I'll have enough granaries to hold it all. I'm not sure. Granaries are so expensive, and you can go broke making granaries. So, like, you really want to spread them out, and I haven't really done a good job of that, but I think we'll be okay. We saw that one bazaar lady walk all the way across the city, and it was fine. Look, they already have food. Wow, I can't believe they already have food. Dude, that was the fastest that I ever made food. That just goes to show how fast you can do it. So everybody left the fields. Okay, good. If people ever stay in the fields and they don't leave, it just means that like you don't have enough granaries essentially. We can fit one last one in here. So here comes the flood. All my dudes should fill up the granaries. I can't imagine they made very much food. They shouldn't be carrying much. Yeah, see how they're barely filling it up? And that's fine. They'll barely fill it up. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna need to get some entertainment workers in here, and I have plenty of room, so I'm gonna toss them in here. Plenty of room with these guys, so just put them right here for now. I wonder how I'm doing. Okay, 2 and 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. Doing real good. The gods are happy. We have a lavish festival. We'll do another one to Bast. Bast can be really generous if we do it right. All right. True teaching is not an accumulation of knowledge. It is an awakening of consciousness which goes through successive stages. Wow. Dude, I'm telling you, they knew. What did they know? They knew some stuff. I know they did. They knew some stuff. All right, let's see. Are we getting? I need to get 10% tax rate. I also need to put my personal mansion down, which unfortunately I'm gonna go broke putting down this personal mansion, but that's what we gotta do. Okay, so that was my notice that said we ran out of money. I accidentally clicked through it. You ran out of money. You are hereby granted additional funds, but no benefactor will rescue you again. Use this gift to create money-making enterprises. So they actually gave me quite a lot of money. 6,000 debins is how much they gave me, so that's fine. That's a good amount, but we can't waste it. So we need to make a city, basically like a city, what do you call it? Like an industry center. We need an industry center. And that's gonna need clay pits. Okay. And we'll just toss a firehouse out here. And an architect post, just for good measure. We don't need too many clay pits. And we'll end up using quite a few potters. And then we'll do some storage yards. And oh yes, Bast has thrown a festival so that all the gods will notice my piety. Thank you, Bast. Alright, that's great. So what we can do here is toss the firehouse here, toss the architect's post here. I'm going to continue to have this roadblock here because this is kind of like a dead-end trail for all intents and purposes, but these storage yards are right nearby, which is on purpose because they need to be near where they're going to be used, which they do get used by the bazaar ladies and they get used by the workers, essentially. So that's good. We're looking good here. We got a little bit of entertainment. We got a little bit of food. Not much food. We didn't get much food off of that. These guys will actually devolve pretty quickly if they don't get a steady supply of food. But we have 1,000 people now calling our city home. These guys are all producing more food. That's great. Eventually, they should give me raw materials to produce papyrus, but they haven't given me that yet. And we still don't have an industry center of breweries, and we need those. So we're gonna build those breweries right here. Build some more shrines just for good measure. Anytime you have like holes, you can put in shrines. They cost a lot. They are a little bit expensive, but they'll improve the quality of your city, so it's worth it. And sometimes your houses will upgrade very quickly if you put gardens next to them, and these houses I've noticed will be an immediate upgrade if you just put gardens next to them, so I'll do that sometimes. Pretty easy little trick to get your stuff to upgrade. Now, do we have a police station over here? I don't see one, and these dudes can start wilding out and get real violent sometimes. So we'll give these guys some facilities down here. Alright, thank you so much to Azure for providing us with all these amazing ancient Egyptian proverbs. That's very, very kind of you to go and look those up and share them with us. Alright, let's continue to give the festival to Bast because she threw the festival to the other gods. We have some industry taking place now. We have some houses that have upgraded, but not that many. Let's go check the overseer. The temples, everybody's looking good. We don't even have that many temples down, but everybody's pretty happy. We can look at overlays. I want to look at the overlays for entertainment. Overlays is a way to tell if there's problems in your city. What's wrong with this one? Okay, it doesn't have enough laborers. Okay, everybody's good on entertainment. You can see the lady walking around. Musician. Okay, that's her job, so she's making sure everybody has access. You can always look for problems. Unemployment. They're showing unemployment. Partial labor. That's okay, though. Problems show us, it says will devolve soon. So that's not good, but it looks like it may have fixed itself just now. So yeah, you have your overlays, all kinds of different overlays that you can use to find different issues. Risk of fire is really important. You want to make sure that your risks are low. This one has a high risk of fire right here. This building is got fire risk, right? And then when the dude walks by, okay, no more fire risk. So see how the fire risk goes up, then it comes back down. So we just want to make sure that we have fire guys. That's why I have my fire guys at the end of every kind of walk. They're always at the end. Very important. What reveals itself to me ceases to be mysterious for me alone. If I unveil it to anyone else, he hears mere words which betray the living sense. Profanation, but never revelation. Ooh. Dang. Think about that one for a few minutes, you guys. Look, we got pottery. My people have pottery. So we need to get these places to evolve into a spacious... Oh, it says they don't like the conservatory having a detrimental effect. The conservatory they do not like. One thing we can do to make these guys happier is beautify the area. And that usually does work. Also, these guys don't have any parks nearby. So that can have an effect on them as well. They don't want to upgrade because of that. So we can, or not parks. I'm thinking of SimCity, that's funny. Gardens. So we can give these guys one row of gardens. And that just makes it a whole lot more likely that they'll upgrade eventually. And then what I can do over here is put in a large statue, and if you hit R you can rotate through some of the other statues that are available, and we can just toss in a statue that's available. That's fine. Now these guys should eventually upgrade. They'll get over the whole thing about the conservatory. See, they're right across the street and they don't care about the conservatory anymore. So it says it needs supplies of pottery provided from the bazaar. Okay, now one thing I wanted to make sure is that all my bazaars get pottery, but also another thing I wanted to make sure is, well, let's read this real quick. Ptah sought a storage yard with room for more gems, clay, pottery, flax, linen, or jewelry. Had he found one, he would have increased your city's stores. The problem is that they're underemployed, although he could have done this one. I don't know why he didn't do that one. Oh, because I didn't have any clay in there. I don't have any clay in my storage yards right now. Anyway, I want to get a storage yard that's over here, like the one I was talking about earlier, that's only for, like, the materials that these guys need, essentially. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and put it right here. And what I'm going to do with this storage yard is give it special orders, accept none, but all it's going to accept is beer, pottery, and what it's going to do is actually go get 1/4. And the reason I don't do get maximum is because it will fill the whole storage yard, and it takes a lot of time, and it basically wastes that guy's whole day. If they've got 1/4, then they'll be good, and say they need a 4th more, they'll go get a 4th more, you know. And then we're also going to accept Papyrus and tell him go get the 1/4. Actually, we'll just accept the Papyrus. The Papyrus doesn't matter that much. He doesn't need to go get it. The schools will get it if they need to get it, and it doesn't need to be distributed to the people through a bazaar, so that's fine. Also, we're eventually going to get monuments, but we don't have any monuments yet. They haven't given it to us yet, so it's just worth mentioning that we don't have any monuments yet. Let's go to the... Okay, we don't have the world map yet. I thought we were going to get the world map, but we haven't. Let's go see my overseer of the treasury. Let's go see my noble gifts. We're going to send a gift to the Pharaoh. It's actually a gift to the people of Egypt, a Babylonian tablet for 24 Deben, and that comes from my salary. We're gonna dispatch the modest gift. And what that should do is raise our kingdom rating. And it does raise our kingdom rating. And there's something else it does, and I forget what it is. Let's go ahead and give priority to entertainment. We'll make it number 6 actually, even though we have enough employees. My industry doesn't have enough employees, but we need the entertainment, so these guys will start to upgrade. And you can see they are starting to upgrade, which will give me more population, which will eventually fix my unemployment problem, and then we'll be good on that. So yeah. Now these guys are not getting a supply of food right here, and that's probably because they don't have access to a bazaar lady because of the way that the road is going right over here, but it's not going over here. I could just delete them. I could totally delete them. Has not received any supply of food from a local bazaar. See, I could just delete it. I totally could. These guys are all harvesting. They're all about to harvest. Let's have a look and see where they go and what they do. These guys should harvest. An answer, if profitable, in proportion to the intensity of the quest. Wow. Oh, Bass blessed me with a bounty of goods. Look, 400 pottery. If you go to your bazaars after that happens and check what they're holding, they'll be holding a bounty of whatever they were already holding. So if I would have had food, it would have maxed out the food. They're all holding pottery. So this one, it didn't max out anything. It wasn't holding anything already. Some of these are holding pottery, so it maxed out their pottery. Now I do need to build, anytime you build a little bit far out, you guys, just make sure you put an architect post and a fire station at the end of that run. I should have put it right here, but it's okay. You got to do it, otherwise those buildings are at risk of falling down. And I need to continue to order festivals. I have to continue to do that. I cannot forget to do that. Okay, there's all my food carriers. Let's make sure nobody's... Oh, he didn't have anywhere to go.
No one can accept
672.
That's okay.
Okay, I need to build another granary. I have at least 2 people that didn't have anywhere to go. Once the bazaar lady takes the food, they should actually go. The bazaar lady will come and take the food, but they may... Oh no! No! Food man! My poor food man! Oh dear. This is a travesty. Okay, I need to put a bazaar that's way over here. My food man! Okay, we need a bazaar way over here that they can access. If I put this bazaar, if I put this here, it is likely to fall down, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It is likely to fall down. If it falls down, it's not the end of the world. If it burns down, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing around it, but it is somewhat likely. Oh dear, we got malaria. My boys got malaria. I'm sorry. I forgot to give them proper protection. What's another one-size building I can put over there? Maybe I'll just put shrines. We don't need that many buildings on this one, interestingly. So I'm filling in a lot of shrines, whereas normally I wouldn't fill in this many shrines. I would fill in other types of buildings that we'll eventually need, but we don't need that many types of buildings. We need to get a spacious apartment, and so far we have not done that. I don't want to have to put another bazaar here, but I think I'm gonna have to do it. Let's see. And maybe we toss in a physician and an apothecary. I can't talk. An apothecary for good measure. Maybe just for good measure, toss those in. If these guys don't get food, they'll devolve. And that could be an issue. So we may need to put in another bazaar, but we'll see about that. We do have a lot of people migrating to the city. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough coverage of everything. I don't know if I have enough coverage. We can go look and see my health coverage here. Go to health, physician. This house has had a physician pass by. It looks like it hasn't. It looks like there isn't gonna be one passing by. They could use a little bit more physician coverage over here. They really could. Let's toss in a medium statue right here, just for good measure. Nilometer's looking good. We got people moving to the city, that's good. I'm trying to get these places to upgrade. They haven't upgraded yet. In every vital activity is the path that matters. Interesting. It really costs a lot to upgrade these paths, but it also upgrades your city like so much. It increases just the overall prosperity of your city. So I do like to do the gardens and some of the other things. So these guys ended up getting malaria. And what we can do, since they're all the way at the end, is we can just delete them. And all these houses are 2x2s, except for these ones, I believe. So they actually will eventually evolve if these two will work their situation out. So we'll see how that goes. I know, cut them off, that's right. That's quite obvious, that proverb. Okay, so this says shipwrights, weavers, and jewelers throughout your city are fully stocked with raw materials. I believe that will also mean potters and brewers, but I'm not sure because they all do have fully stocked raw materials. Make a house evolve into a spacious apartment. The next thing that they need is beer to evolve into a spacious apartment. Now, am I producing enough beer? Probably not. What can we do to produce a little bit more beer? I could make a great area, an area of great significance right over here. Okay, not bad, not bad. That works for now. I may end up needing more different kinds of buildings, so I'm not gonna fill that up right there. We do have 150 unemployed workforce, so I told you guys this is how you get your unemployed workforce accounted for. If you do ever have a lot of unemployed workforce, which I do have a lot right now, you can build work camps. Okay, work camps take 20 workers. Every one of these takes 20 workers. You won't find many buildings that take that many workers. Normally they don't take that many. So yeah, work camps will really soak up a lot of that unemployment if you do end up with any unemployment. And you want to make sure that your work camps are close to your farms, because that's what they do, and they also need to be close to your monuments. And I think we are going to end up putting in some monuments pretty soon. I do not have this spacious apartment. What is going on with this spacious apartment? I think I'm going to build a bunch more brewers and soak up some of those jobs that need to get soaked up. Oh, I hit debt. That's bad. That's very bad. Okay, let's go see how my tax collectors are doing. Tax income. Looks like my tax collector is collecting tax. Let's see how far he gets. He's not collecting tax from those guys down there. Oh, there we go. They might be a little too poor to pay taxes is the problem. Let's see how everybody else is doing. Tax collector. He's not collecting much tax from these guys. Okay, tax collector down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, 2,000 residents in my city. Let's go. Okay, tax collectors collecting. That's good. I don't really know how much they collect for you, but I know you have to, you know, you have to do it. Let's go look at risks. Damage. I want to see if I'm at any risk here. Risk of collapse. And risk of fire. Nope, this building I was worried about, but it does seem to be going okay. One thing we're going to go look at is my salary. Send a gift. I like to send a gift every so often. It's important. Let's hold a new festival to Ptah, my patron god, because we have a lot of favor from the other two gods right now. And then I even should build another temple. It's a good time to build another temple. It's also a good time to build a magistrate. I need to build a courthouse for my people, and they are gonna demand it real soon. Let's see if I can squeeze one in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm not. This is tricky. I don't have anywhere to put a courthouse. Okay, they're gonna demand it, so I'm gonna put it down here at the end. And we'll give them a little courthouse right here at the end. Okay. Oh, finally, you guys, they're upgrading me. Let's go. Okay, so education. What's really good about this is we can upgrade our houses, but also what's really good about this is Papyrus is a really high value item, and we can sell it on the world market eventually once we get the world market. So they're just telling us about how we gather up the papyrus. We now have raw materials for reed gatherers, and those reed gatherers are going to want to go to the reeds, which are right over here. So we're going to need to put in some industry that is near that. And that's why I was kind of thinking that I would do a road right here, and I am going to do a road right here. And build some of this industry in over here. Okay, these places will demand their beautification. I'm a little bit low on money, I got to admit. What we can try to do is put something more beneficial, like a scribal school right here, and then we can put the other buildings. And just don't ever forget to do your architect's post. All right. Okay, we don't need that many reed gatherers. We're a little bit in debt too. So we're just gonna have a couple reed gatherers. These guys can all drop their raw materials. They'll have to drop their raw materials pretty far away over here. But it's not the end of the world. They'll be okay. My population's getting real good. I still have unemployed workforce, so I could do a little bit more. Okay, there's my food. My food's all going out. We're gonna get a scribal school in here. A couple of places I need to put those in, so we'll go ahead. Oh, and I need to put in courthouses too. We'll take out this and put a courthouse in its place. And we'll put that building somewhere else. These guys down here are just cut off and it's not working out for them, so we'll go ahead and put the conservatory over here. I don't think they'll mind. Conservatory having a detrimental effect. No. No access to a library or public school. That's good. That's better. We'll take out the Juggler School. Put in the Scribal School. Okay, I need to put in a Juggler School somewhere else, basically. We'll put it over here, actually. I knew there was a spot right here I was going to fill in eventually. Alright, Juggler School. I need to get a courthouse in here somewhere, and I also need to get a few more Scribal Schools in here, which is going to be difficult. I need to get a courthouse in here, and I don't know where I'm going to do it. Okay, I could do it here. Lost my tax collector, but we were pretty good on tax collector coverage. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, I'm really far in debt. My city's running fantastic though. All my houses are like very upgraded. Bast has blessed me with a bounty of food and goods. Let's go look and see how much. Yeah, that's a lot of food. Dude, Bast just blessed me so good. Because all my places, oh my goodness, she just blessed me so good, you guys. I'm gonna be like set for like the rest of the game basically. Not fully, but she blessed me with a lot of food. All my dudes just got filled up on food and beer and pottery, like everything they need. Okay, the thing is though, I need more taxes. I'm just not getting enough of like anything. All right, big shout out to everybody watching. I know they do have intense Egypt sounds, don't they? They do, don't they? I'm throwing a grand festival. Let's do it. All right, when do I get, I don't know, I just need more money. How am I supposed to... I don't know. How am I supposed to, like, get out of debt, you know? Did I build raw materials? Reed gatherer? I don't think I built reed gatherers, did I? Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, I forgot to build the reed gatherer. See you later, Poke Geek. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I made a wee little mistake here. Forgot to build reed gatherers. They're very important. to continue making more papyrus. I'm gonna check out my overseer of the workers. I have 146 unemployed workforce, so we're just gonna fill in work camps, and that will soak up all that unemployed workforce. And then we can toss in a couple of firehouses and architect posts for good measure. But we are really in debt. Okay, we are really in debt. But you can see once I go to the overseer, 88 unemployed workforce. I was able to get my unemployed workforce way down. So that's good. I needed to draw this road over here so that these guys would have access to the storage facilities, because they really were cut off from storage and they had to walk a long way for that. So that's good. You can see that the Reed guys are now working. Oh, it said employees needed. No way. 0 unemployed workforce. Nice. I perfected, like I literally got it perfect. I have 1 worker needed. Literally 1 worker needed. That's great. So these guys are going to make some papyrus. The papyrus is going to make it over to the school. And then the school is going to upgrade all these houses once it gets some papyrus. I'm not sure which one of the workers is going to go drop the papyrus at the school. Let's go see my overseer of the temples. We got to, oh, whoops. We got to do a, we're going to order a festival to Osiris. And it's going to use up some of my beer, but that's okay because I have so much beer from Bast filling up my storage. I am very much in debt. I'm not coming out of debt. I pretty much can't spend anything for the rest of this mission, and I still have to do monuments. I still haven't got my monuments in yet. So we need to get this school. Basically, all eyes are on this school right now. We're going to speed it up to 80. All eyes are on the school right now. We got to speed it up to the next, basically once this school gets some papyrus, then we should, see the teachers start to walk around and all these houses are going to upgrade. So that's the idea. Oh, here comes the papyrus. Here it is. Yep, he just dropped it off, and you can see. Oh, as soon as he dropped it off, it upgraded us. Nice. So that was the trigger. The game it's all programmed, you know. It has triggers. For knowledge, you should know that peace is an indispensable condition of getting it. You told us that one, Azur. Okay, we have to build the sacred Mustaba tomb, you guys. And look, my first houses are upgrading to a common residence. So they're going to upgrade my houses. That's fantastic. And now... hey, where's my tomb? Trade with other cities. Now that you have managed to educate some of your people, you might want to generate additional revenue by selling any surplus papyrus you have to neighboring cities. You'll also need to import bricks in order to build the sacred Mustaba tomb. Okay, so they were telling me what to do. So now we can finally go to the world map. The world map shows the location of your own city as well as other cities in the world, and you can trade with them. So this city sells figs, clay, bricks, pottery, and reeds, but it doesn't buy anything. So we're gonna open up the trade route with this city. Okay, new trade route established. Now let's go look around the map. This is the first time we get to look at the ancient map. The first concerning the secrets. All cognition comes from inside. We are therefore initiated only by ourselves, but the master gives the keys. Ooh. They're talking about the gods. The master gives the keys. All right, so we are looking around ancient oases of Egypt. We got a couple of different places we can trade with. We need to spend the money to trade because they will buy our papyrus, which we need. So we have to establish that trade route. And you can see we now have a trade route. There's Nubbed. We built Nubbed, you guys. We built it. Thinnest. There's Thinnest. We built that city. We built this city on rock and roll. All right, so now we go to the overseer of the commerce. And we need to export anytime we are over 400. All right, I would like to have 400 in storage for my own personal city usage. The rest of it, get rid of it. Okay? Now, we also want to import a little bit of figs. I'm planning to be rich off of my papyrus exports. I'm going to fix all of my debt. We're not going to do the figs yet. Let's fix my debt, then we'll buy the figs once we're rich. Okay? Now, we're also going to have to import bricks, and I am going to import 1,200 bricks because I believe once I import the bricks, it's actually, or 1,600 bricks, which is 4 piles of 400, which is for managing my storage because they do piles of 400. So 4 piles of 400, 1,600 bricks, and then once they get those bricks, I'm pretty sure it's gonna unlock my ability to build the Mustabas because it hasn't given me the ability to build Mustabas yet. Now, we should start to see trade people come through the city, and I don't know exactly where we'll see them, but we should see trade people come through the city eventually, and they'll go to my storage yards, and they'll buy the papyrus. That's the idea, all right? And just remember, guys, we got a family-friendly stream here. It's all family-friendly. There's the traders right there. The blue camel pack guys. This one, Caravan of Merchants, sold 300 bricks. They just sold me all these bricks. I don't know if you guys noticed, but these bricks just showed up in my storage yard, and I went seriously into debt because of them. And those are the traders who sold me the bricks. All right. So we got traders on the way through. A lot of people running through here. I really need to make a lot of papyrus. That's the goal. This house is going to need a second type of food before it can upgrade. And I can get that second type of food, but I am broke. All right. My population is great. My city's doing fantastic, but I am broke. Now, if we ever get people... The good thing about these work camps is if we ever get people, like if we ever don't have enough people and we need more people for jobs, we can just delete the work camps and we'll instantly have people. So that's one good thing about managing that way, because you end up with all this, basically, all this, you know, ability to control your workforce a lot more precisely. So that's really handy. All right, now, I basically... I'm filling up with reeds. I have too many reeds. So I think what we're going to have to do is delete one of these reed makers. Actually, oh, I'm out of credit. I'm totally out of credit, you guys. So we're filling up with too many reeds. I've got too many reed makers. Import some bricks so you can build a Mustaba. They're telling me import bricks to build the Mustaba. I am going to do that. I really need to sell some papyrus so I can get some money. Let's go see if I can donate myself some money. Overseer. Right here, I've got 35 Debin. I can give it to the city, okay? I can give it to the city. This is how you can get yourself out of jail if you're really in debt. Once you hit 5,000 debt, you can no longer spend any money. Now, I gave myself that money, and I was able to get just a little bit of credit. Okay, now we have got too much reeds. The reeds are just building up. So what we're gonna do is get ourselves back into debt and delete some of those reed makers. Way too many reeds, all right? What you don't want to have is storage yards full of raw materials. It means that you have an issue. So delete those reed makers and then build some more. Why is this guy moving his reeds around? I don't understand what's happening there. He's just moving the reeds from there. Why did he do that? I don't know why he did that. He doesn't have any special orders. He totally has no special orders. That was so weird. Let's go see how my gods are right now. Apathetic from Ptah. I don't have enough Debin to hold a festival. That's an issue. That's a serious issue. So here we have some papyrus. I'm really hoping these guys will eventually sell the papyrus. It's worth quite a lot of money, and I don't understand why. I don't understand what they're doing with the reeds back and forth between these. Sometimes they'll just do weird stuff. It's a trader's life for me. That's right, Azur. That's right. Okay, so these guys are stacking up the papyrus now. I don't know if you guys noticed that. He's dropping off more papyrus, 480 papyrus. That means the next time the traders come through, they'll buy it because I'm over 400. And once they start buying it, that's good. Also, you guys will notice my houses haven't been downgrading. Sometimes houses will just downgrade, but they're all staying relatively upgraded. And that's a good sign. That means that they have all the supplies that they need. They're getting all the services that they need. Trying to make sure that everybody gets like schooling and all that stuff. Trying to make sure everybody has everything that they're supposed to get to stay upgraded. Okay, I finally have credit again, you guys. Look, 4,154. I finally have credit again. Okay, let's go fill in that last papyrus maker that I wanted to make. Look, I'm getting credit, you guys. I'm getting out of debt. Yes. Okay, monuments. Yes. All right, with a supply of bricks, you're now ready to begin work on the sacred Mustaba tomb. Most monuments require both skilled and unskilled workers. Construction guilds. Construction guilds supply skilled labor needed to erect monuments. The Mustaba is made entirely of bricks and requires only a bricklayer's guild. Peasant labor. Once there are some bricklayers awaiting supplies at the monument, gangs of peasant laborers will begin to haul loads of bricks to the monument site. So what we have to have is workers from the work camp, bricklayers from the skilled labor camp, and then we also have to have storage yards full of the materials that they need to build, and they'll go to and from and do their job, basically. So that's what we're going to work on creating right now. So we are going to finally build our Mustaba, and I would like to put it somewhere fairly central, and I think I am going to take out these gardens and build it right here in the middle of everything. Oh, it didn't work because the entrance is right here in the way. That's too bad. Oh, and I deleted those parks and I can't get them back. No. It has a little tiny entrance that doesn't fit. My debt anniversary, that's bad. We don't want to have a debt anniversary. I could always delete these, which I am gonna do because I want to put it right here. All right, there it is. I want to put it right there because the work camps are right here. Let's go see the overseer of the workers. We do have some unemployed workforce, so we could build the construction guilds. We need a bricklayers guild. It sort of doesn't matter where you put the guilds. It's not that big of a deal. And now you can see my workers out here are gonna start working the site. I do need to put in... They're gonna start working the site. That's great. I do need to put in the, I basically don't know where I want to put these workers. We gotta hold a festival. Things are moving pretty quickly now, and I'm not holding my festivals. We gotta do a festival to Ptah. Hold it with the beer. I'm gonna move this work camp to right here and then actually put a road over here, and we're gonna do just a little bit more construction guilds. We need quite a few construction guilds, and this will soak up some of my unemployed workforce too. Alright, so you can see these guys are making good headway on the monument. My city is running very well, so I'm not too worried about my city at this point, so we'll just let the city run. I'm filling up on pottery. I wish I could sell some of that pottery. I can't sell a lot of the stuff that I have, unfortunately. I could really use a lot more papyrus. I mean, if I could max out how much papyrus. It said employees needed. Now check this out, you guys. I need employees. I'm down where I need employees. Okay, that's fine. Just delete a work camp. See you later. Alright, now I don't need employees anymore. I have 18 unemployed workforce. So that's how you deal with your employees. It's a pretty advanced strategy, and it only works if you've already mopped up a bunch of employees with work camps, and then you can unmop them essentially. Okay, here's my first load of bricks. So these guys are gonna toss in the bricks, and they're bringing in the bricks from where the bricks are being stored over here. But I don't have enough bricks yet. I'm gonna need a lot more bricks, and it'll tell me how many bricks I need right here. So the Mustaba is 11% complete. No courses have been completely laid in place yet. The current course requires 1,200 bricks. The remainder of the Mustaba will require an additional 10,000 bricks. Now, we are importing bricks at a fast enough pace that will be fine, but I should import just a little bit more bricks. So let's go ahead and import to maintain 2,400. All right, that will make sure that I'm never running out of workers who are working on bricks. They should always be working on bricks. All right, and let's put in a little bit more beautification over here. One thing that I would like to do is put plazas on my whole city, which can end up being quite expensive, but it makes your city super, super nice. So this is how I do it. I pretty much just drag over the entire city, and it'll tell you how much it's costing you. And sometimes it can be quite expensive, and sometimes it won't even grab anything, so it's kind of hard to know. All my food guys are going, aside from a couple of them are not going, so we need to build more granaries. Let's build a few more granaries. Don't really have anywhere to build them. Let's just put them right here. Oh, I ran out of credit. These guys are essentially never gonna find work. Okay, I finally have credit now. We'll toss them a little roadblock down here. Toss a little firehouse out here. Little architect's post. Okay, now I don't know if these guys will be able to find work. They're essentially gonna send a walker out this way and try to find work. And if they run into a house, they'll eventually pull a worker from that house. And I can see this walker, he's right here. It says no workers live nearby. They'll walk until they find a house, and they should eventually be able to get to this house, and then they'll get workers. But I am losing quite a bit of food every year because I don't have enough room to store it. These guys so far have not pulled any housing, and that's okay. We can just toss some housing in. They won't like it. It won't be good housing, but it will be housing nonetheless, and they'll find workers. There we go. They finally found some workers. Okay, I may not even need these houses, but I'm out of credit, so it doesn't matter. Because these guys will just get sick eventually. This guy had a hard time getting workers. I may just leave these guys here. Toss them a physician and an apothecary and be done with it. Okay, let's go check out my monument. These guys are laying the bricks for my monument. I am fairly poor, unfortunately. I think one thing I might try to do is build more storage yards. I'm still very poor. To teach one must know the nature of those whom one is teaching. Egyptian Proverbs. Dude, I know these guys are just gonna get sick. Debt anniversary. The traders should be buying, but if they're not, then that means they've bought all that they're gonna buy. And sometimes that, you know, they'll max out what they're gonna buy, and you can tell at the Overseer of Commerce, Papyrus. 2,380 is stored. I don't know where it shows how much I've traded already. I forget where it shows that. See how my debt is going down because they're buying it? They just bought up like a whole bunch. So my storage yard right here is filled with pottery, and it's too much pottery. So I'm just gonna delete it and start over with that storage yard. And I need a lot more storage, so that's fine. And we're actually making too much pottery. So what we can do is toss in another storage yard instead of all those potters. And that'll actually be more helpful. So that's good. Now we're finally getting kind of low on debt. I may actually come out of this with no debt. One thing I would like to do is start to import figs. Import 2,400 figs. And what you have to do is set special deliveries. You have to set somebody to accept figs. And then you have to tell your guys, go get a quarter of the granary in figs. Okay, now this is a little complex. You could just put the figs on the, you could just put the figs in the storage. But I like to get the figs into the granary. It seems to, I don't know. I mean, you could just put the figs in the storage. There's nothing technically wrong with that. But I just feel like getting the figs into the granary is the right way to go. So I try to get the figs into the granary. And then what you can do is just tell your guys, like, hey, come get this stuff, you know? So here we go. They're already buying the figs. And then this guy right here is actually moving the figs, because I've told him go get the figs and put them in the granary. So he's doing exactly what I told him. He's putting the figs in the granary. I believe that the storage guy here, our delivery man, is ready for new orders. So the delivery man is doing nothing. I thought the delivery man was actually bringing the figs over here, but he wasn't. The delivery man was doing nothing. I wasn't sure what he was up to. You can see the loads of bricks are coming out over here. Still got plenty of loads of bricks going in. You can see the masons are putting them in. So that's all happening. Even though I'm buying new types of food, I'm not going into debt. I'm actually coming out of debt. I eventually should start to get 2 types of food. Look, 2 types of food. Now these guys want to evolve because they don't have access to a dentist, and I won't be able to give them access to a dentist. So we're done. As far as the upgrades to houses go, I believe we've upgraded the houses as far as we can upgrade them. I'm gonna toss these guys some beautiful beautification. Okay, let's go have a look. See if my gods are happy. I haven't thought about the gods in a while, unfortunately. I always forget about them. They're amiable. Let's toss a festival to Bast and see if she'll throw a festival to the other gods. I would be really lucky if she would do that for me, so let's see if we can make that happen. The bricks coming in, I believe, might not be enough bricks because we should be constantly loading bricks. So let's oversee a little bit more commerce. I don't know. 2,400 is a lot of bricks. We need more bricks coming in. Okay, look, no chickpeas guys are getting caught up by the flood. That means that they finally filled all my granaries, which is great. You can see my barley dudes are just dropping off barley over here, and then they're gonna go to the storage yards and drop it off. We got the fig dudes dropping off figs. Everybody's getting 2 kinds of food now. That's great. Needs a second type of food. This one needs a second type of food. So I think they downgraded because they only got a little bit of that second type of food. We're not overflowing on pottery anymore, although we do have a lot of pottery. I probably don't need as many potters as I have. We do have some unemployed workforce. Or some, not unemployed, but we have some workforce that needs to be employed. I can delete 1 potter because we're a little bit overstocked on potters, and that will actually fix my workers issue. Where was that? I don't look at a lot of these menus. Let's send a gift so that we look real good. We'll dispatch an ancient carving. Is it really ancient if we just carved it though? Wait a second. Hold on, where's the... Okay, we're looking good on the employees. Yeah, I really need to get myself out of debt and finish this Mustaba. That would be nice. Yeah, you can't forget about the gods. Azur is right. You cannot forget about the gods, and I did. I was not pious. Forgot about the gods, but we are going to hold a grand festival next month. And then Bast will be happy. Let's go see how they're doing. They're apathetic. That's not good. Let's go build them some shrines. That will make them less apathetic. Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's like priests dancing all over. That's the festival, you guys. That's them doing their festival. They're dancing all over the place. So that's it. That's the festival right there. That's what all that activity is. Now I am having some issues. These guys are not buying as much papyrus as I need them to buy off of me. I wish that they would buy more. I have employees needed. We just got employees needed. So if we have employees needed, remember we just delete a work camp. But I'm out of credits, so I can't delete anything right now. We're gonna turn up the speed since we're pretty much just waiting for the Mustaba to finish now. Okay, you see my debt just went down by quite a bit. We're gonna let like a couple of years run. Oh, she threw a festival so the gods would notice my piety. Thank you. Alright, nice. Now we just have to hold a festival to her. A city request good. This is a big deal, you guys. This is a big deal. I totally forgot about this. This is the first time we had this happen. Oh, village noble, Jonno Sorkhan, the 5th. To satisfy the citizens' needs, the city of Parawajit requests that you send 900 flasks of beer in 12 months. Helping Parawajit could bring us benefits later. Okay, we have to do this. So what we need to do is slow the speed down because it does take it a second for us to do this. We're gonna go to the overseer of political stuff. Now, political overseer, here's the request. 900. There's Sometimes later in the game, you will get a lot of these requests and they're very hard to fulfill, and you have to basically stockpile in your storage yards. But I already have a bunch of beer in my storage yards, so we're good. We're going to dispatch the goods, and this is the same place where we also send the royal gifts, all right? So we're going to dispatch the royal gift as well, okay? So there we go. We sent a gift. We sent the royal goods. We're doing good. Now, in return for sending the royal goods, they are going to send us a whole bunch of goods in our storage yard, and I just realized that we're going to need an empty storage yard. So I'm going to make sure that we have an empty storage yard by building a new storage yard. They're going to basically fill a storage yard with bricks. Now, one thing you guys probably noticed about this is that I need all these bricks to build this Mustaba, 8,000 bricks, but I have no way of producing bricks. Normally there would be a brickworks here, but there's no brickworks. And in order to make bricks, you need straw, and we don't have straw. So they're gonna dump a bunch of bricks on me in exchange for fulfilling that kingdom request, and I already kind of know that because I've memorized it. So knowing that, we'll be able to make room for those bricks, because if you don't have room for the bricks, unfortunately you don't get the bricks, and that can be bad. Now they're selling me bricks. This is filling up right now with bricks because the storage people, or because the trader people actually just came and sold me some bricks, and that's great. Because we need those bricks. What you want is to have, oh, Kingdom Standing Climbs. Oh, Village Noble, Jonno Sorkon V. Because you have sent the 900 flasks of beer, as they requested, you have become more popular among your fellow Egyptians, and your kingdom rating has risen. They also sent you 2,000 bricks, like I said. Accept the gift of 2,000 bricks. Now, they'll put those bricks wherever. One thing I want to do is make sure that we get maximum of bricks on this particular place and fill this one with bricks. I do not want to have my bricks spread out here, there, and everywhere because they end up being somewhat unuseful that way. So what you want to have is all your bricks on one particular storage yard, because then they seem to take the bricks out of them easier, basically. And what I'm gonna do is actually empty the clay and empty the pottery just to get those out of there, and then I'll change those orders. Actually, I don't have to change those orders. I can just leave them on empty. So yeah, I can empty those out of there, and that's how you manage your storage yards. Yes, she threw the festival so the gods would notice my piety. Nice. Now we just have to hold a festival to Bast, and we have a lot of beer. We have a ton of beer. Now, for some reason, I keep on going deeply into debt. I mean, deeply into debt. And I cannot seem to get myself out of debt year after year. So I want to go like 2 years into the future and get myself out of debt. Alright, Bast has thrown festival, notice our piety. I'm going to keep on throwing these lavish festivals, even though they're expensive. It uses up my beer. Now you guys can see I go into debt, I come out of debt. I go into debt, I come out of debt. So this is tricky. I'm doing something that's preventing me from essentially getting out of debt. See how I'm... Oh no, fire in the city. Oh my goodness, didn't I predict it, you guys? Oh my... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Didn't I predict that we would have a fire in that location? Didn't I? I so did predict it. Alright, greenery. It's gonna go like this. And the road is gonna go like this. And then the firehouse. Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? It burned down my storage yard with all the materials that I had in it. Did I call that or what? I totally called that. I knew that was gonna happen. You know what we can do is actually connect this road right here. Just so they have a pass-through, because sometimes they'll use that pass-through if they need it, and it can save time across the city. And it doesn't make too big of an issue as long as it's not like a four-way corner crossroads. So that should work. Dude, that was so messed up. I knew that was gonna burn down. It's just like sometimes you know. Okay, well at least the fire didn't spread and burn down half my city, thank goodness. Okay, all of my... Okay, we have to satisfy the request for Papyrus. And that can actually be difficult. I have enough Papyrus in my storage yard, so I'm going to dispatch the goods, send a gift. That's good. I had enough in my storage yards. Oh, the Mustaba is now complete. Let's go. You guys, this is great. To know means to record in one's memory, but to understand means to blend with the thing and to assimilate it oneself. Wow. If his heart rules him, his conscience will soon take the place of the rod. Okay, the Mustaba is finished, you guys. Increased trading, because we sent them all of that stuff. O village noble Jonno V, because you have sent 800 sheets of papyrus to Nekhen, as they requested, Nekhen is now willing to trade even more sheets of papyrus. This is good because that helps me get out of debt. Because times are good, you have become more popular among your fellow Egyptians and your kingdom rating has risen. Now I need those guys to trade more because I'm trying to get out of here. Now we need the kingdom rating. Your continued inability to provide annual tribute lowers your reputation throughout the kingdom and reduces this rating. So I've got every rating high enough, especially my prosperity is super high enough, but I do not have a kingdom rating high enough, and we have to raise my kingdom rating. My debt anniversary is really slowing me down here. Okay, and then there's one thing else that we need to do. Overseer of the commerce, we need to stop importing bricks. No longer importing bricks because we are no longer building a Mustaba. That's going to save me a lot of money. I'm also going to stop importing figs. Okay? No more importing figs. We're going to sell. We're going to sell. I'm actually going to delete. I have all these bricks and I don't need them. If these guys would buy the papyrus, there we go. Okay. I did that to delete the bricks. I don't need the bricks. And we have a little bit. Okay, city request goods. Overseer. I have 0. Okay, so I am unable to fulfill this request. My kingdom rating is not getting higher. So what we have to do is go to the stockpile, and we're going to turn on stockpiling. So it means we will no longer use this resource. We'll be stockpiling it. Okay, so they will take the barley. I'm going to delete some of this clay. I have too much clay. I have 14 months to comply with this. Okay. 14 months to comply. So there's my barley. I don't know if you guys just saw that. My barley all just went in there. 3,000. Okay. There goes my barley. I sent the barley. Come back over here. Stop stockpiling it. Okay, very important. Industry is on. I could have turned it off, but I was just stockpiling. Okay, I'm no longer stockpiling. Kingdom standing climbs. Very good. Now I have too much pottery. Too much. Oops. I have too much pottery and too much clay. So sometimes I'm just deleting pottery and clay. I'm super stocked on food. My dudes are like mega stocked on food. Oh, look, I finally have money, you guys. I finally have money. All right. Let's go to my ratings overseer. My kingdom standing is raising because I can give a gift. All right, so that's good. Let's send the gift. I should give myself a higher salary, all right? You can't give yourself too high of a salary or it will lower your rating. Okay, your salary is too high for your current standing. Okay, my salary is too high for my current standing. So I need to reduce my salary 2 Debin per month. All right, salary is way too high. Okay, salary too high. There we go. We gotta send the gifts. We're doing the exports, and I am gonna import the food again to maintain level of 2400. Now that I'm rich, I can import food. All right, so food's gonna be on the way back in. I do need to have a storage yard which will accept food, and I believe I deleted the only one that I had, which is accepting food, because they don't, storage yards don't accept food by default, so you won't get any figs by default, but then they'll start to fill them up. See my money, you guys? My money is going crazy right now. My money is going bonkers. So we finally got enough money. I'm way overstocked on beer, and we could actually do a festival and it would use up my beer, which I should have been doing. Let's see if the gods are mad at me. Nope. Oh yeah, resentful. Ptah is resentful. I'm mega rich. I got a ton of money. Grand festival. Ptah was resentful, so we need to toss this guy a festival. Let's go see the overseers. My ratings overseer, we're at 15. Need to send a gift. Grand festival. One thing I think I don't have is enough storage yards. I want to send a better gift, and you have to wait till you have a little bit more. It raises your kingdom standing immediately when you send a gift, so that's good. And I could also raise my kingdom standing if I had Ra, but Ra is not one of my local gods. If the gods are angry, just throw them a festival. It's true. It's very true. And it is using up my beer and my money, so I really need to do that. My storage yards are basically full, and that's usually an issue. Grand festival. I'm just gonna keep on tossing these guys festivals. I'm rich. Okay, city is requesting goods. That will raise my standing. Kingdom standing is 21. Grand festival. Kingdom standing climbs. There we go. So what is my kingdom standing? 29. Okay, city requests goods. That's always a good thing. Oh, I don't have enough in storage. So that means we need to stockpile. Whenever you don't have enough in storage, you gotta stockpile. And actually it can... Okay, we gotta slow the speed down because we don't have long to comply with this request. And I have some issues in my storage. As in I have none. Okay, so if you run out of storage, you can just delete your storage and create new storage. It's not the end of the world. No! Scribble School set on fire. So we're like overstocked with a bounty of goods, so it's no big deal to just delete all this stuff. Let's go find where that Scribble School is on fire. Scribble Schools will set on fire like more often than any other building. So bad. The Scribble School is definitely on fire. Let's see if it torches the building next to it or if they get it in time. See how the fireman... He should have walked over there and put it out, but he didn't do it. I'm gonna delete the building next to it just for the time being because it's too scary. The firemen should come over here and put it out, but they don't necessarily do it that fast. So we don't want this to stay on fire and burn down half of my city. which it does have the potential to do. Okay, looks like these guys are getting it taken care of. Sometimes I do just put stuff back where it was, even though it burned down. It means it'll burn down again eventually, but no worries. Okay, now we need to... That was a little bit of a snafu, but we still have to dispatch these goods. Okay, ratings at 29. We have to complete this mission. We have to stop stockpiling. So we're going to go back to exporting. Export when above 400. If you turn on stockpiling, you have to turn it back off. Alright, now let's put the speed back up. There's nothing preventing us from completing this mission aside from our kingdom rating. We need the kingdom standing to climb. It's at 34. All we can do is just pray that it climbs. And I am getting a little bit too much clay. These guys are making too much clay. So delete some of the ability to make all that clay. I'm rich. I'm super rich. Gotta send a gift. We're at 37. We're so close. So close. I need my kingdom standing to climb. Dispatch the modest gift. 38. Kingdom standing 38. We're close. We're just about to beat this one. We're only halfway through the Archaic period, you guys. It'll probably take us 2 episodes to do the Archaic period. Not too bad, though. Okay, I haven't thrown a festival in 40 months. That's bad. The gods will get mad if I ignore them for too long. Oh, resentful. 38. Kingdom standing. Dispatch a modest gift. 41 finally! Yes! Okay.
Congratulations.
Woo!
You have built a capital worthy both of the living and the dead. And by developing
amazing
relations with other cities, you have introduced your city to the world stage.
Yes! 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 I am the Pharaoh. Alright, Timna is our next city.
Den has taken the throne of Egypt.
We'll have to save that one for the next. They're going to teach us about soldiers, forts, gold, all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know if it'll auto-save us here, or if it'll put us back on the last one, because we're already in May. I wonder if I throw down some housing, if it'll auto-save us. Well, we'll see what happens. So there is gold here, you guys. The next area we have gold, and that's fantastic. We're gonna make a gold mining little civilization. We're gonna make a little, oh man, the gold mining is gonna be so much fun. That part of the game is very epic. That's when you start to get some serious money. Get a village palace going. Oh yeah, the good stuff. But for this episode, we are done. I don't know if I save... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly how I save it. It should like auto-save at a certain point, but it doesn't always. Hunting lodge is our food. And it looks like the hunting grounds are where? Oh, here they are. Here's our hunting grounds. Gold is good. Gold is very good. That's right. That's right. Usually it'll say like autosave complete at a certain point, like once you actually autosave. And I'm kind of waiting until I see that. I think I only have one patron god this time, which is good. Yeah, it should autosave me at some point. I'm gonna go to bed eventually. I don't know what's going on with the music right now. We'll see how far that water guy can walk. I think that water guy can walk down that far. We'll find out. All right, yo, congratulations on making it to work, PokeGeek. I'm about to get out of here. I've been waiting for it to say auto saved, and it just won't save it, and I'm just like, I don't believe it. Alright, well, we got some population coming here. Alright, guys, we're gonna call it there. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will catch you on the next one. We will continue our journey to becoming the world's most epic pharaoh. Good night, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm just gonna exit, and if it makes me redo part of this scenario, I won't be too worried about it. I haven't even done anything correct on this scenario anyway, so I'm gonna exit, and we will just come back to it wherever it is the next time. All right, thanks everybody. Good night. Peace.